everyone. In today's class, we will be focusing on pleiotropy. Before starting pleiotropy, I want you to know a few things which will make the understanding of this topic very easy for you. What is that thing? Let's see. I have drawn a chromosome here for you and I have marked two genes onto it. First gene is the gene for height and the second gene is the gene for pod shape. In usual cases, what happens is that the gene for height is only be responsible for its expression, that is the height of the plant, and the gene for pod shape is only be responsible for giving the pod its shape. But in pleiotropy, what we are going to see is that one gene influences the effect of other gene. For example, the gene for height is going to be showing some effect on the gene for pod shape. That is pleiotropy. That two genes which are not related, still when present together, they are going to be showing some effect on the phenotypic expression. It occurs when one gene influences two or more seemingly unrelated phenotypic traits. ये एक ऐसा प्रोसेस है जिसमें कि हमारा एक जीन इफेक्ट करेगा दूसरे जीन के एक्सप्रेशन को जो कि अनरिलेटेड है, रिलेटेड नहीं है. दैट इज प्लीओट्रॉपी. नाउ वन मोर थिंग आई हैव रिटन हियर दैट वन जीन can affect multiple traits. This you have to remember, that one gene has the power to affect multiple traits. The gene for pod shape could be there, the gene for flower color could be there. So a single gene, this is just I'm giving you the example, okay? A single gene can show its effect on multiple traits. One more thing, one gene can have multiple expression. A single gene can have multiple expressions. That also you have to remember. Now, this gene which is responsible for all of this, we call it as pleiotropic gene. There are two examples in your book. One is the example of phenylketonuria and the second is starch synthesis in pea. The first example which I have written here for you is of phenylketonuria. I have denoted two cases here. The first case has a parent with normal allele and the second case has a person with a defective allele. The allele for phenylketonuria we will be denoting with a P, dominant with a capital P, and this one for a defective P. Suppose this is a chromosome and here it is present. Say the dominant or the normal, and for an affected individual it could be present like this. Clear? So next let's move on to understand how this phenylketonuria is an example of pleiotropy. First of all, in normal cases, when there is this P gene present, this P allele or the dominant allele is going to code for an enzyme which is known as phenylalanine hydroxylase. This you have to remember. Phenylalanine hydroxylase. This phenylalanine hydroxylase in normal cases, when it is produced, it converts phenylalanine into tyrosine. So phenylalanine gets converted into tyrosine in the presence of this enzyme. This we are talking about a normal case. If we talk about the next case wherein the person is defective, that is, he is going to be showing some recessive allele here. So in this case, there is no production of phenylalanine hydroxylase, phenylalanine hydroxylase. There is no production of this enzyme. When this enzyme is not produced, so the production of phenylalanine into tyrosine is not going to be there. Okay, the phenylalanine is not going to be converted into tyrosine, which is why there is going to be a situation wherein the phenylalanine gets accumulated in the brain. There is going to be increase of phenylalanine in the brain of a defective alleles person, which is why such a person is going to be showing two traits, one of which is mental retardation. The person who's having a defective allele is not going to be showing the production of phenylalanine hydroxylase, which is why the phenylalanine will never be converted to tyrosine, and this will get accumulated and collected in the brain itself. When such thing happens, the person is going to be showing two abnormalities, two traits. One is mental retardation and the second one is your depigmentation. One gene is responsible for giving multiple effects. Also, there are topic-wise worksheets available. Kindly leave a comment in the comment section if you wish to avail the same. So don't forget to like, subscribe and comment below. Also hit the bell icon so that you will be notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you.